Synagogues across the nation on lockdown after the deadly shooting that killed 11 people at a synagogue in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh police charging the suspect, Robert Bowers, with 11 counts of homicide, and the U.S. Attorney's Office says it will seek the death penalty. Meanwhile, the man suspected of sending pipe bombs to prominent Democrats around the country will be formally charged in a Florida court today. We bring in attorney David Bruno to unpack all of this. David, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Lauren. A lot going on.
Yeah, I know. Let's start with Robert Bowers, the Pittsburgh shooter. 29 federal counts. That's what he was charged with late on Saturday, including hate crimes. Why are these federal crimes and not state crimes?
The hate crime nature, it's codified in the federal code. It's obstruction of exercise of religious belief resulting in death. That particular statute allows for the death penalty, and that's what everyone's talking about today.
Including A.G. Sessions, yes. Yeah,
certainly. There are state charges, which also, Pennsylvania also has a state death penalty, too. I think this is a no-brainer when it comes to a prosecutor's decision to seek the death penalty.
Do you think he gets the death penalty, the way that would play out?
We're a long way from there. You know, the most common defense on things like this is the insanity defense.
Right.
So we shall see. We should see the mental state of this individual. That is the task that the FBI and law enforcement has right now, to get into the mental state as to why he did what he did. Yeah. If it was intentional, if he went in there and he has no other underlying issues, yes, I believe it will be a death penalty case.
To his neighbors, he appeared as normal, which makes this case in this scenario even more frightening. Let's move to the pipe bomber. The suspect there, Cesar Sayak, he was charged with 5 federal crimes, including interstate transportation of an explosive, illegal mailing of explosives, threats against former presidents and other persons, etc. But he was not charged with terrorism. What do you make of that, David?
Well, that's not to say that he will not be, right? The criminal complaint itself is just the first step, because the United States Attorney's Office has 30 days to indict, and it's normal that they do not include all of them here. The first 2 charges that you see there, the interstate, the travel, as well as the mailings, are the most serious of these charges. They each can carry up to 10 years. And there's 13 bombs. So it's all going to be within the discretion of the prosecutor as to what they think is a fair plea or a fair resolution.
And quickly here, David, speaking of the bombs, Mr. Sayak says he didn't intend for any of them to go off, and he didn't intend to hurt anybody. How does that, or does that, change the nature of the way he's tried? Well,
first of all, it wasn't confetti in those pipe bombs, right? He put explosives. So he's got a problem there. He may say that, but the actions that he took and the materials that were in the packages themselves just defy that explanation. So it's just not believable, point blank.
Your expertise is always appreciated on matters like this, David. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.